All right, welcome back. It is time for Financial Focus, and analyst Steve Budin joins us now to talk about a number of topics that have to do with the economy, shopping, all sorts of good stuff. This is really interesting, the online sales tax. Now, when I check out, I notice that depending on where I'm shipping it to or where I'm buying it from, the sales tax changes. Sometimes there is not sales tax. Is that going to stick?
No, it is not. As of last week, the Supreme Court handed down a ruling saying that states can now charge online retailers sales tax. Without getting too complicated, it changes a law from 1992. So now when you log on to a website, especially smaller websites, a lot of times you got away without paying sales tax. Technically, the buyer was supposed to pay it, but nobody paid it. So now the states are stepping in, and now they're going to start having you pay that sales tax.
Okay, so definitely everyone is going to have to do it, but you were saying we could see some deals from that possibly, right?
Well, yeah, I would think that if you're a online retailer, you may use this as a marketing tool and saying, we'll pay the sales tax for you. I'm not saying that they will, but you could see some more competition in the marketplace because now it'll change the equation, right? Do you shop online or do you go into the mall? Because the 8%, 9% savings you were getting sometimes made it worth it. Now you may or may not have to pay for shipping on top of the sales tax.
Right, yeah, and then definitely around the holidays, I'm sure we'll see all that. Pay the sales tax for you, that kind of thing. And then we're like, well, it was never there before, so really we're not saving much. But anyway, moving on, changes to the Dow. Let's talk about this. We got the Dow behind us here. It's down 353 points. Not good morning.
Yeah, notwithstanding that, of course, what you see behind me, the DJI stands for Dow Jones Industrial. Basically what that is, it's a collection of 30 stocks, and when you hear people talk about how the market do today, this tends to be one of the most popularly looked at indexes. So basically what Dow Jones does, they're a company, and they will take 30 stocks like Disney, Apple, Boeing, some of the bigger companies that you know about, lump them together and create this index so you can, on a day-to-day basis, see how the market is doing. A big company named General Electric is being removed from that index. In fact, they've been in that index since 1907. So 111 years, it just shows the comings and goings of the economy and different companies, and Walgreens is going to be replacing it. So it just shows the changes in our society. It's going from a big technologically industrial company to more of a healthcare company, and it is consistent with the aging of our country, and Dow Jones figures it's a much more indicative way to watch the markets.
All right. So let's talk about the economic optimism. Apparently it's at a 10-year high. So this is the outlook that we all have on how things are going?
Yes, and surveys were done over the last 10 days, and optimism has reached a 10-year high. People are feeling good about the economy, and I talk about this a lot where the psychology tends to play in here. If you're feeling better, you tend to spend more money, you tend to travel. AAA this week came out and said they expect over 40 million travelers the July 4th holiday. So a lot of this plays in with itself. If people feel better, they're going to spend more money. I will caution, though, and say the high of this optimism goes back 10 years. We all know what happened 10 years ago. So we just have to be careful in getting too exuberant and being too enthusiastic.
Yeah, we don't